Welcoming me into your house. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some social media and today's technology. But can you state your name for me?
Gabrielle Kinser, but I go by Gabby, so you can call me Gabby.
Okay, alright, perfect. I'll call you Gabby then. So first and foremost, do you have any form of social media?
Yeah, I used to have like Instagram and Twitter, but I deleted them. But I have Facebook and Snapchat still, and I use them probably like every day. So
Okay, so social media plays a big part in your daily, day-to-day basis?
definitely, yeah.
Okay, cool. And so just a reminder, anything that we do talk about today will be strictly confidential unless I'm subpoenaed by the court or you tell me that you're going to harm yourself or harm someone else, then I'll have to inform someone of higher authority. But as of now, everything's strictly confidential. This will stay between me and you. I can't even discuss it with your parents without your permission. All right?
I understand, yeah.
Okay. So you said that you have Facebook and Twitter. Tell me a little bit what Facebook and Twitter is, or Facebook and what was it?
Snapchat, yeah.
Snapchat. Okay. Tell me what Facebook and Snapchat is.
Well, Facebook, it's like you add like a bunch of like people that you're friends with, or you don't have to be friends with them, but I am, and they can like type in something, like a new picture, like they type of words, and they can say like, oh, how their day was, something, and they post it, and you can just see it on your timeline, and you just scroll up and scroll down and see whoever posted. And with Snapchat, it's just like you add a bunch of friends on there, and you take like a picture of whatever you want to take a picture of, and you like can add words to it and add like cool edits on it, and you can send it to like, you know, your friends or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And you can also add it to your story, and so everyone can see it, that's your friends.
Okay, cool. And so these friends that you're saying, are these actual people that you know? Do you not know these people, or?
Well, yeah, I know all the people on there, but some people, they can just add whoever they want. Like, if, say, a celebrity had one, they could add them, and they don't even know them.
Okay, cool. So another thing, too, about having friends on Facebook, how about your family? Does your family have social media? Is it something that your family is all about, or?
Well, I mean, my family's pretty old-fashioned, so they're not too into Facebook or anything. They're not against it, but they just don't see the point in it. But that's just 'cause from their generation. But like my distant family, they have it, and so I still stay connected with them through it.
Okay. And you say they're old-fashioned. What year were you born in, Gabby?
1998.
98, okay. So do you think that this newer generation is more around social media and today's technology?
Definitely, because I mean, everyone in my grade and like even like a couple grades below me and definitely above me, they all have Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, everything. They're always on their phones and always have their phone in their hands. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. Are you currently in high school right now?
Yes, I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. So is that something that's prevalent in high school? Is people using social media?
Yeah, and that's one thing is like the schools like really try to cut off the social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not allowed to use it in school because it can like if you post pictures of someone online, that's a really bad thing to do and you can get in trouble for that. And so they try to just strictly like prohibit it in school. But yeah, definitely still kids still use it.
Right.
Yeah.
And even though like the school's prohibiting it and the kids are still using it, do they feel afraid that maybe they'll get caught by it, or they just like, I don't care about it? Or
I mean, I don't think they care. I mean, I don't care because I mean, like, I don't do anything bad, so I don't see the point why I can't do it. But if you're doing something to like intentionally harm someone, then that can,
right.
It's bad.
And you bring up two good points, that you don't use it for bad reasons. So what do you use your social media for?
Mainly just to like keep track of my family, my friends and stuff, or like if I like want to hang out with my friends, like I can just Snapchat with my friends and say, hey, what are you doing? Let's hang out or something, and they can send a picture right back saying, oh, I'm busy doing something. I say, okay, cool. But I just use it just mainly just to kind of just waste time.
Right.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts? Because I know you just mentioned right now that some people use it to harm other people. What do you think about cyberbullying and the way that teens like to use social media to bully other people? What do you think about that?
I think it's ridiculous that people even like try to do that online, because in person they're obviously not going to do it, and so many lives are taken from that each year, and I see it all the time during school. Like some girl will be like talking about, oh, this girl tweeted about what this girl's wearing, and it just starts so much drama, and girls get so hurt from that stuff. It's bad. Yeah.
Have you ever experienced something like that before with social media?
Yeah, back when I had Instagram, a couple girls, they were making fun of me on talking about how we're bad girls and all this, and it was ridiculous. But I'm glad you can like block people.
Okay.
So yeah, so they don't can't keep contact with you. So
Okay, so you say block people, so you literally they can't see your stuff,
yeah,
or
they can't let's say like on Instagram for example, I don't have it anymore, but it'll say you went on some say I went on your profile and I blocked you, you could not see anything that I was tagged in, any of my posts or anything. So it's like you were just completely you couldn't see anything that I had.
Okay, so that's a good technique to use for safety.
Yeah, definitely.
So just discussing today's technology, what other forms of technology do you use besides social media? Do you have a cell phone, a tablet, anything like that?
Yeah, I have my cell phone, right here. And I had a tablet, but since I got my phone, it's kind of useless, so I sold it. But I had fun on that when I didn't have a smartphone. And then definitely computers. I mean, I use them all day at school, and they're really helpful. So yeah.
Since what age have you had your cell phone?
I think I got my first phone when I was in 2nd grade.
Wow.
Yeah, second grade. But it wasn't all of the internet. It was just text and phone calls and limited. Right. But so my parents could just make sure they could keep a hold of me and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so from 2nd grade to now, how old are you? 16?
16.
16. Yeah. From 2nd grade to now, you're 16 years old. Has there been a difference in the way you used the cell phone when you were back in 2nd grade to now?
Oh yeah. Because when I was little, I would just text my friends just randomly what's up, or not really having conversations, just thinking I was cool doing it. And then I would say about 7th grade is when I started getting the more advanced phones,
right.
And so that's when I really got started into social media. And now I use it it's kind of a part of me. That's bad to say, but that's how I keep track of all my friends, and that's how I just do everything. I need my phone reminders, and it's a business in my phone, a business plan. It helps complete my whole day, alarms and everything. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you don't just use your phone for social media, you use it for other things. So an alarm. Is there anything else on your phone that you use it for?
A flashlight. It has a flashlight.
A flashlight.
Yeah.
All right. So you can actually use it for safety then if you're in the dark. Okay. Cool.
And calculator and weather and stuff.
Okay. Nice. So it's good to know that you actually use it for something productive. Not that social media isn't productive, but you use it for something else that can help you out on your day-to-day basis. So with that being said, given that you do have a cell phone, you did have a tablet, talk to me a little bit about what it's been like since you've had technology in your life.
Well, I really can't remember without it, but since I really started avidly using it, I feel I'm a lot more productive, because I feel I can just I can always make sure I remember things. I can have them remembered on my phone, and I feel safer, because if I'm in a bad situation, I can always call someone for help, and so I just
So it's more of a safety.
It makes me feel secure when I have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say that you're dependent on your cell phone, or?
Not dependent. If I were to stay home all day, I wouldn't really have a problem. But if I was to go out somewhere, I would definitely need my phone, because I would feel I need it for safety.
Right. And now that we're talking about it, what do you think is your parents' outlook? Since you said they're old-fashioned, what is their outlook on technology and social media?
They both use it for their jobs, and so I feel they use it for more of a working sense, but they don't use it as more as connecting and using it for games or anything.
Right.
It's more just you gotta use it for what it's used for. Anything it's for work, so I think that's what it comes down to.
Do you think that most teens use social media as a leisure time? Do you think they use it to kind of escape from reality? Or what do you think they use it for?
I feel in some cases teens use it to kind of mask themselves from society, because they can't really express who they are without being terribly afraid to.
Right.
And so they can be a whole other person online, but in reality they're just a completely different person. And then some people just use it for just they can be themselves online too. So
right.
Yeah.
And another thing that you mentioned earlier, you talked about how you can upload pictures and stuff like that. So whenever you're uploading those pictures, do you ever take into consideration who can see those?
Oh, definitely, yeah. for instance, like on Facebook, you can hide your post to where only your friends can see it. The whole world could see it if you wanted to, or only you could see it. There's like certain little restrictions you can put on each photo.
Okay. So it has like a safety measure to it as well, where you don't have to like show everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever feel uncomfortable with uploading pictures on social media, or do you feel uncomfortable at any time that maybe somebody can hack into your account or somebody can hack into something?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, at the same time, I don't post anything so like knowing my every single move.
Right.
So where someone's gonna like track me down and say, oh, I know exactly what she's doing and where she goes every Tuesday and Thursday. But no, because I try to stay away from that because that's real. Like predators are real out there, and so I try to not post any pictures that are just like of me doing something, or I don't really post pictures at all on social media.
Right. And you mentioned something good as well, that predators, you're aware of that you never know who's behind the screen of that telephone, who's behind the screen of that social media account. Has that ever been a big concern for you, that anybody on your friends list is maybe a predator, or have you ever thought or seen somebody else's profile that maybe they have so many friends and they don't know who they are?
Definitely. One of my friends on Facebook a while ago, she had over like 2,000 friends, and I know she definitely didn't know half of the people on there. And I know that like there's bound to be one person out of those people to just be looking at her every single day and saying, oh, I know this girl and everything she does. And it's like I worry about people like that because that's really dangerous.
Right. And that's another thing too. You seem to be well aware of what's going on with the social media. I mean, you know that you use it for talking to your family, but you also know that there could be some limitations to it, safety concerns sometimes. Do you think ever that maybe your dad has a safety concern with you using social media?
I know they'd be worried if I was to post everything about my life on there. And so I definitely don't do that, not just to please them, but I mean, I don't want to get harmed myself. So yeah, they definitely play a role in that too.
Right. And another thing too, I'm a little bit older than you. We're about 5 years apart. And another thing that's happening nowadays is people are actually, and especially employers, actually looking at other people's Facebook sites, their Twitter accounts, their Instagrams, their Snapchats, their Tumblrs. They're actually going in and looking at that before they hire someone. Were you aware of that?
I've heard of it. I thought it was only like through Facebook because I feel like that's more of like the business side. But I think that's a great idea because you might look like a perfect opportunity, but maybe you post like party pictures all weekend and bad things on there. So I mean, I think that's good.
Right. Do you think that technology is just going to keep on going? That eventually we're going to have like flying cell phones or something?
Yeah. I mean, because we've progressed so much these past like 10 years. It's been like one thing after another, boom, boom, boom. Like every 6 months, something brand new comes out, and it's like so much better than the last. So I mean, if it keeps going like this, I definitely think technology's going to do great things.
What do you think about the future of technology other than it just keep on growing? As a whole, what do you see? Do you see cyberbullying increasing? Do you see productiveness of teens decreasing as well? Or do you see it more in a positive way that it's going to help today's society?
I see it pretty positive because, like, for one, I feel like that they're going to be able to stop cyberbullying, that they're going to have like certain programs to where if somebody says something mean, like it can just automatically go in the program and like delete the person. And I feel like protection and safety will be better because we're already getting better to where you can not see like who you don't want to see your pictures and stuff. I feel like it'll just get better from that.
Okay, and your social media, you mentioned it's a form of communication for you. But other than a form of communication, you mentioned also about masking behind it. Do you use it for any of those reasons?
No, because, I mean, like I said, only my friends and family are on there, so, I mean, they know who the real me is.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I feel like that's for people that just need to know who they, like, find themselves.
Right. Completely understandable. So just another thing about today's technology. One thing we have now are, like, smartphones, smart TVs. What do you think about smartphones right now and how they're going to evolve?
I mean, it's crazy because you always think that how can it get any better than this? And so, I mean, I feel like, I feel like one thing, batteries will be able to stay charged longer. We'll be able to have like more data, and that will it'll be like not just like, because I mean, this